Hello everyone, E here, and once again it's time for another LEGO Hogwarts update. If you've been following the recent videos, you'll know that this time around, since this groundwork here is done for the roof, it's time to take apart the old roof module, extend it to support this new structure and these new dimensions of the building, and apply it on top of everything. And if there is time, I will also attach the lights and we'll be able to see the whole Great Hall lit up. Let's go. First of all, I started with some work on the foyer. Here we are with all the knights here. And as you might notice, over here I have placed the proclamations from the Umbridge arc. I decided to change it a little bit from the last model of the castle. If you remember, before we had 8 right above here, above the door, and the knights somewhere in between them. Then I decreased the quantity to 4, but it was too kind of static. And over here is actually a really good place where one could, well, use it to place all the proclamations. I found that I have that set of the Room of Requirement, the original one, 4 times, which means 12 proclamations. And I decided to just rework the frame overall. As you can see over here, it's a little bit different. I tried it to really replicate the original design, which is not really possible 100% with Lego pieces in this scale, but I think that this is a good way to go. And I placed a circular 2x2 with a slot so you can actually rotate, and this way you could easily just place it here and really give this feel that they're placed randomly and they're not so static anymore. So in my opinion, it should be a little bit more leveled compared to what I've seen in the films, but this actually might be a bit better. So I feel like I'll keep it like this for the time being. Tell me what you think. Maybe they should be like, especially this one here, might be too tilted, but it's just nitpicking at this point. The next thing I would like to talk about is that I've done a little edit over here on the inside the Great Hall with all the students having dinner. I have mixed in some more hair pieces, which you might actually be able to see a little bit better in one of my short videos, which you can see on, well, here on YouTube or on Instagram, but decided just to highlight it here as I'm documenting everything that I'm changing every time, so didn't really want to leave this out. But yeah, I added about 10 to 15 different pieces, mainly replaced a lot of brown, black hair pieces, and maybe 1-2 others that I just decided don't really fit very well. So this way we have a little bit more variety again. Ideally, I would feel like replacing maybe another, I don't know, 5 or 6 more, just to add some other different kinds, forms, and colors. And yeah, overall, I feel that actually, you know that there are a lot of friend sets that have very, very nice hair pieces. So every now and then, maybe when I see and I'm able to buy some more hair pieces in different colors and shapes, I will probably just swap some out here so we have even more variety and it's a lot more colorful. So yeah, that's one of the things. And then let's go on the other side so I can show you better. But I changed the faculty table, which from over here you can't see very well, but I'm gonna go on the other side and pop off the back so we can see it a little bit better. But I added a lot more details and also I tiled up everything. So let's go there. Now here we are on the other side, and as you can see, I added a lot more stuff just to make it more colorful and different variety, like some more different foods, this bottle of wine, another bottle of schnapps over here. I use these one by one in pearl gold tiles to represent some plates, empty plates. These other things that are in Lupin's hands are supposed to be shorter glasses of spirits. And after that, when I decided where everything should be and what elements I'm placing, I tiled it off everywhere where it's empty. So this way it actually looks a lot more finished. Now the issue arose over here on the children's tables, whether I should do that as well. And it's maybe something I would like to do, but it's so crowded and so many things are there that it doesn't seem like it's needed right now. It is quite part intensive over here just to tile everything off. I also finished tiling the floor in front and behind and all around the table as it should be. And maybe at some point where I have a lot of dark reddish brown tiling, I will basically do the same for the students' tables, but it doesn't seem like it's necessary at this point. No need to rush it. Basically, what I'll need to do is raise the benches by one, and then I'll just raise the tables with the tiling with one plate again. But it will be just a lot of work, and so far it looks fine. Like from here, you don't even see any studs other than this one on the front. It's not really needed. But yeah, so basically over here, it's all finished. The only thing that remains is who is going to sit over here and who is going to sit over here. Because there are two more faculty empty spots and need to determine who is going to occupy them. The next thing I want to talk about is the gargoyles over here. As many of you have pointed out, these gargoyles shouldn't look like this, as they should be representing the four animals of the four houses. However, for a lot of time they were sitting here, but now slowly I'll be starting to replace them. I might have mentioned already that I contacted one very talented builder to look into this and see if they can actually make something that is up to the quality of this whole build. As I myself, well, I am not a great builder when it comes to this kind of scale, especially when I try to represent animated objects like animals or something like that. So he really came up with some great designs, and he's already completed two of the animals, and now I'm going to show you one of them, namely the eagle. And here it is. I will be posting a detailed guide how you can make this thing on your own in one of my quick guide series. But yeah, this is completely his design. His name is Zedit Creations, and I will link his profile on Instagram below this video, so you can go and show him some love if you love his stuff. And he really specializes in these kind of micro builds, and this is something I really like. It's very well, it's simplistic, but at the same time it really represents the eagle well enough. It even has this bow, which is part of the, well, most of the renderings that I've seen online of the four animal gargoyles. And yeah, it's all his work. I'm taking no credit really for it. All I do is try to give some guidance, some opinions, and we come to a conclusion, but this is all his hard work and his talent. And I'm really glad that he has decided to participate and give his well, effort and time and talent to make my build of the Great Hall and Hogwarts even better. So yeah, here it is. And I have built all four of the gargoyles. And over here, as you can see, I have removed some of them, and it's really nice because once we place one of these over here, let's look on this side where we have the texture already. I have placed this brick here with the snots and a 1x2 tile just to support the whole frame down here. This way it's supported down here and up here. And this way it connects on the back side. And there you go. This is how it looks like. It was really important when we were designing this that it really fits the scale of the whole hole in the room. It was really important for example, if you place an eagle over here and then next to it another gargoyle statue, they shouldn't touch each other, they shouldn't be too big. And yeah, the Creations has really done a great job with the eagle. And my idea here, because we have 14 gargoyles in total, obviously that means that we have 2 less on this side because of the fireplace. And that means we'll have basically 4 of the animals 4 times, and then 3 of the other animals 3 times. And the eagle will probably sit over here and over here and on 2 more locations over there. Actually, let's do that right now. So here we are, 1 eagle over here, 1 eagle over there, and then 2 more on the far side. And it really makes a very big difference. That one on the right is a little bit tilted, need to adjust it. Next to them I will place the snakes, and then the lions, and then the badgers most likely. But yeah, it already makes a very big difference. What's important is they are very up to scale. And yeah, I'm really pleased, especially with the eagle. So I will be showing you gradually once all the animals are done. Obviously, we will be polishing everything. This one, however, is done, which is why I'm showing it. We're pretty much done with the snake as well. But I need a bit more pieces to build it 4 times, obviously, before I place it. And yeah, Zenith Creations are still working on the other 2 animals. But I will show you all of them once they're placed, and I will show you how you can build them as well, if that is something you would like to do. Next up, I decided to focus over here, which was the main thing that I wanted to do. Finish all the towers, obviously, and all the preparation over here, placing the tiling that was missing. And yeah, decided to stick with this so far. It's very problematic, these towers. I feel like I'm never going to be completely satisfied, but this way at least they kind of go along with the design of the roof. The problem really is that these elements here, they should be tan, or at least they should be the same variation as the color of the overall building. But even like this, I can't make it in tan, simply because I believe this piece in tan doesn't exist. I mean, it exists, but it's very old. So getting even like 30 of these will cost a fortune, and it's just, yeah, not gonna happen. So for the time being, they're gonna be like this. At the same time, they correspond with the roof colorations and stuff like that. So it's not a big deal, but I feel like I want them really to represent that shape here with all the detailing. It just really felt like I could do something that really goes along with that original design. But yeah, for the time being, it's going to be like this. Not that it's bad the way it is right now, but I was hoping for something a little bit more. Obviously here the details are not done. It will be like this, be applied at some point. And yeah, then I moved on to over this side, which actually fell down on the floor once. That's why all the detailing here doesn't correspond with this side here. No point me doing it again, because once I do the courtyard and see exactly how much texture will be not covered from the courtyard over here, I will have to redo it anyway. So I decided just to make sure that the height is proper. So the height over here is the same as over there, which will slot in the roof. What I ended up doing different is, since this is double studded, I decided to use that in order to make this whole thing stick together a little bit better. Because when you're building in this enormous scale, the problem often is that no matter how well the pieces are placed, it needs some pressure here and there for everything to align. So obviously this, you see, it doesn't want to go exactly right, so it would really be annoying if it's like this, so there is a gap. So this way it really helps the roof slot in. So once I place the roof, it will be slotted in here, in these pieces here, these studs, and it will connect to all these studs here, helping this to go like this, and it will not move. So this way, different modules are kind of connected with each other. This module connected over here with pins, and then this connected down here with such studs in dark tan, and then the roof will be connected to the whole building and also to this. And it obviously gives the opportunity to remove things whenever needed. This can be easily removed, this can be removed, the roof can be removed, and the back also can be removed, which really lets me, unlike the previous version, give you all these detailed shots from here, from inside this way, or even from above. So here is the roof so far, and I have not really done it till the end because I want to do the wiring, and I'm going to talk about what exactly I mean. But first of all, here's the wiring down here. As I mentioned, the wiring which before used to be wired basically over here in between, now it's part of the roof module itself, which really makes it easier to remove, because before we had the cables over here, the module was up here, and the box was inside. Also the lights go inside, so half of the wires come here and they're not detachable, and the rest are inside the module of the roof. And it was really, it worked, but it was annoying to remove and to just take pictures. So everything, it was a mess. So I decided, okay, now all the lights are going to be part of this module, so when you want to remove it, you don't need to think about cables at all. So I used these studs over here, and I wired it, and then it goes inside. And that's why we have these corridors here, these gaps. These are not long enough to touch over here at all, which is great. And we have the double wiring, because before half of the wiring was inside. I tried to go only one lap, so once here, starting from this side and from this side and going inside. So half of it was going to go inside the roof and illuminate these windows. But then I turned it on and I saw that the light that was coming here wasn't enough. We have on even intervals little light modules that are positioned, and this way I went back and did one more lap, so we have a basically more often we have light, so the light that comes through all the way down to the whole building is more intense. What does that mean? It means that actually there's going to be one light box for this, and there's going to be a separate light box inside to illuminate the inside of the roof, which I was kind of on the fence about, but I feel like it will be a better solution because I want just the light to be better. So let's place this over here and talk a little bit more about it. Right, here we are. Now, placing this and removing it is actually still, you need to do certain things, like one should remove this and even the back cover before placing the roof, because I learned the hard way that even if you bump it a little bit, it could be 1 out of 10 times it could happen, but this fell on the floor once, and this was detached once and fell over here, and you don't want that to happen. So best thing I found out is that I need to remove both covers, place the roof on top, connect it over here, and then place the back. Anyway, so this way I stopped because first of all I wanted to place these elements here, need to redo them. So after I did, I need to wire inside the rest of the second module, and I need to be careful because I want these open sections here to be not to be covered by any of the mess that's inside, which is something that I forgot a few times, so had to go back. But one new thing that I'm doing is that the two modules actually will not be floating inside like it was before. Before I kind of had a little space where I had a cover. This time around, this is going to get removed, and I have these little slots here. So yeah, here it is in the back. I basically made these two slots for the first and the second battery box, and this way I can just go in. They're not gonna go anywhere. They can't really move. They can't just disappear, flip around. All that was a problem before, it's gone. And over here there's going to be this removable cover, but a little bit different design than it was before. And I'll be able to basically just go here, press it, turn it off, turn it on. Same with the other thing. So I want the lights, a little flick of the switch, enjoy the lights, turn it off. And yeah, that's about it. It's well, a better way to do it, because before, like I said, it was really going around, just all sorts of different problems. And this way, it's a lot more tidy and easily accessible. Now, I was really thinking whether I should turn on the lights now. Obviously, I would like to wire everything here on the second light battery box and finish everything, seal it off. But I just didn't have enough time to do all that, and I was waiting for some of the pieces. Couldn't really continue because I wanted to place these trans orange things and these, otherwise I had to go back, and obviously to reach, for example, here, it was going to be a lot of hassle, so even a lot more time wasted. And yeah, I just couldn't really finish it. But I have turned on the lights inside, and it actually, the first light battery box illuminates this first row, because this row is not part of the roof module, it's embedded into the building. So the second will illuminate this second row and the last row. But I have tested to turn on the first one, and it really looks great. So I don't know if I should do that, probably not, but I will. I'm actually gonna give you a little taste of how it looks before before I actually end this video. All right, here it goes, turning on the lights, and here it is. This is from the side, and the first row, you can see that warm glow in the windows compared to what it is over here. Here it is in the back. It really illuminates very nicely, and very soon we'll be able to see what it is like with the whole roof illuminated. It's just yeah, very satisfying. Just to show you what it looks like over here, unlike before, the foyer is lit up. Before it wasn't, but now the lights reach the whole building really, and you can easily see with the lights what's going on here, and you can even see inside. This is the inside of the Great Hall. The room is in complete darkness, and this is only the light from the first battery box inside. I would say it's quite sufficient, so everything can be seen. So yeah, in here, actually it's very close to completely done. Need to cover the walls, similar to over here, next to the eagle. All those open studs need to be covered with that pattern, and all the gargoyle animals need to be covered. And then it's pretty much complete. And I would say it's very satisfying. And here we are back at square one. What I'm doing next time? Well, obviously doing all the wiring. Hopefully no further difficulties will be arising from that. Finishing over here, should have all the pieces, and the roof should be done. Need to remember that over here there needs to be a little crevice for the middle tower. And probably after that, I will have enough time and we'll see how I can reconstruct both the middle tower and the two side towers. Would like to add a bit more texture to these towers, so the form and shape overall I feel are very close to what they should be, but there should be a bit more texture like this. And we'll see how that can be done and if it's possible to be implemented on this exact design. And over here on this one, although I really like this transition here that I've done, the middle tower could be done a little bit better. So I will probably spend a lot of time trying to redesign it to look a bit more close to what the original design is. So that will probably take most of my building time for the next 2 weeks. And yeah, if there is more time, I will also work on some other small things. I believe it's time to go back and work on everything that is below the Great Hall under here, namely the kitchens that's over here. And if you remember, there are two separate trays that can now be united once again, and the Hufflepuff common room entrance, which is over here, thrown away, so that those need to be redone to support the longer Great Hall. That will take some time, so I will do as much as I can as usual, but hopefully next time you'll be able to see the whole row over here lit up with all the lights. Stay tuned for all my upcoming short videos that I try to post every now and then, even though I'm not really good at those, but trying to mix it up. Also for the eagle statue guide, which I will do whenever I have time to film it. And yeah, if you like what I'm doing, as usual, follow me on YouTube and Instagram or on Facebook, or you could join my Discord, whichever you prefer, if that's your thing. Leaving down a comment to share any thoughts that you have regarding this whole project, which has been going for almost 3 years now. And yeah, all of that really helps my channel to grow. Thank you for watching, and once again, another update will come in the next 2 weeks, as I try to do that for now almost without a beat since the very first episode of these series. So yeah, stay healthy. Hope this inspires you for your own builds, and I will see you guys very soon as per usual. Bye for now.